think more than anything is he wants to. He wants to be good.
Good evening and welcome to the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal. There's stat man Ross Graham. John Graham is behind us. We welcome you to Greenville, Texas, as your Melissa Cardinals have gone on the road to play the Greenville Lions tonight in Hunt County. Coach, welcome to the Melissa Cardinals Network.
Yes, sir, Trey. Welcome to Hunt County. Going to be a beautiful night for football. 80 degrees at kickoff. Slight wind tonight, but really the Cardinals' first appearance here at Greenville, as we've had many games of first appearances tonight, and just really looking forward to it as we're playing an established school district here in Greenville, and just with a lot of traditions. So I'm just looking to see how we fare tonight, Trey.
It is beautiful weather. It's clear. It's cool. The artificial surface here at Greenville Stadium. We are glad to be spending this evening with you. And your Cardinals are on a 5-game winning streak coming into tonight with a 5-2 record. The Greenville Lions are the reverse of that. They are 2-5. Melissa's coming off a win a week ago over Denison at home. And these Greenville Lions lost to Mesquite Poteet last week. So one team on a win streak, one team on a losing streak, but the home team has their sights set on knocking off the favored Melissa Cardinals tonight. Thank you for joining us. Our email address, as always, we love to hear from you. Let us know where you are in the world and who your favorite Cardinal is. The email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. Coach, the big win a week ago over the Denison Yellow Jackets. The final score, Melissa 54 and Denison 44. And as I have already talked to Coach Matt Nally about this week, and I'm sure we'll hear this on the pregame show in a moment, I think a lot of Cardinal fans would have not been surprised by the 54, but they were probably surprised by the 44 that the visiting team scored.
Absolutely, Trey. It was very surprising, and I will be more cautious tonight in our pregame talk, to where I really thought last week the game would be over and well in hand in the first quarter. But I believe Denison might have scored on their first 2 drives, which was somewhat
both teams did. Yes,
somewhat surprising there. I thought that might be a shutout, at least especially a shutout in the first half, and that just wasn't the case. And I was really impressed on the Denison side of the ball with their quarterback play throughout the night, and just the good job that their offensive line did as well throughout the game. That kind of just helped our front 5, front 4, front 3, whatever, however we lined up, really kind of neutralized us at different times in the game.
Well, and they targeted, as you should, they double-teamed Nigel Smith most of the game as a strategy.
They did, Trey, in the process of that, which I know that's just football. Nigel might have had to change jerseys at halftime and had to replace that just from them just ripping and clawing and holding and pulling him down throughout the night. And But you know what? That's what you do. It's not
figure out who their best player
is.
It's
not holding unless they call a penalty, right?
Yes,
sir. And that's just how, as a young man, you got to learn how to play through. And that, for the most part, I think he did a decent job with that last week. So, but as we said, there's really a key player here for Denison. They got to slow down the quarterback play again tonight. But I look for this to be a good ball game and for Melissa to get off to a fast start.
The Greenville offense goes through their senior quarterback, Micah Simpson. And we're wondering if he's going to play tonight. There's some questions about that, but if he is in action, he is the main man for the Greenville
Correct.
Lions.
Lots of speed.
And so we'll see what happens with his status for the game tonight. We do want to thank you for listening. We always love to hear from you. And we see the Cardinal fans making their way in on the visitor side. We're here on the home side in the press box here at the stadium of the Greenville Lions. This is homecoming night for Greenville.
Saw that.
So all the festivities going on down on the field. You got all the fancy dresses and suits and ties and all those kind of things. And then you got football players in uniform, part of the homecoming activity. So that's part of what makes high school football what it is.
It is, Trey, and I don't know when this changed. It has definitely changed since I've been on the school campuses. It was not like this about 40 years ago when I was in high school. But you have moms that the young ladies have to go to the chiropractor the following week from having to wear.
It is an industry.
Yes. Just bigger than a pie plate, you might say. In front of them, so pretty good size. So,
yeah, I'm sure our great folks at Game On Sports will get us some shots of the mum parade going on tonight. But that's what high school sports is all about. There's the mighty Cardinal band in their dress uniforms across the way in the visitor stands, and there are the Cardinal drill team and flag corps in the pink for Pink Out Week. And as they pan across, there are the Cardinal fans making their way in on the drive over here.
Very uneventful drive.
Well, it's pretty simple
compared to some of our drives.
We didn't have the traffic of Poetry, Texas to go through. So, and Princeton traffic wasn't too bad tonight. So, very good. As the camera keeps panning toward the north, you'll see the inflatable tunnels, and we've been going there. They are. There's the Melissa inflatable tunnel, and just a bit to the left of that camera shot is the Greenville Lions inflatable tunnel. And Coach, we always have to do the contest, and Cardinals have not had a winning record lately with the
they have not.
inflatables, but
very close tonight. Very close in the same size. Looked like they might have been purchased about the same time, and
so it's the same make and model. Is that what
very close? Very close, man. I do like the Texas.
That's true. That's a nice touch.
Yes, nice touch.
The homecoming festivities are going on right now down on the field. They're here in the stadium announcing all the folks that are involved. We mentioned the two teams of this game. Their last week action, Melissa defeated Denison. Greenville lost to Poteet. Also in our district, Terrell defeated Princeton by a score of 49-13. And Lovejoy defeated Crandall 49-35. There's the Melissa Cardinal inflatable tunnel down there. And the district championship showdown still looks like it's in effect in a couple of weeks when Melissa plays Lovejoy. Both of those teams are 5-2 overall, 4-0, the only undefeated teams in the district. Terrell, Crandall, and Poteet are all 2-2 in the district. So remember, 4 teams out of each district, including ours, 4 teams will make the playoffs. Everybody's already convinced Melissa and Lovejoy are those 2 at the top. So Terrell, Crandall, and Poteet are fighting their way for that 3rd and 4th spot. Denison is 1-3. Greenville Lions, our opponent tonight, 1-3 in the district. And Princeton's had a rough go this year. 1-6 overall, 0-4 in the district.
Looking forward to that game next week, Trey. And Trey, while I'm thinking about it, if you remember, I have a question for you to ask Matt Nally.
Okay.
But you might want to wait to do this after the Princeton.
After this game's over?
After the Princeton week.
All right.
Then this is kind of, I think, a question that we might have talked about on one of our drives. But ask him how the district selected Melissa playing Lovejoy the last week of the season. Clearly the 2 best teams in the district.
Sure.
And then playing on how that exactly happened.
I'll be happy to ask him during the Cardinal Scoreboard show that we film every Monday night at 5:30 p.m. at the Dugout Sports Grill at the Z-Plex. And then, of course, we release the episodes every Monday evening. Make sure you subscribe to Melissa ISD on YouTube so you'll be alerted every time that the Cardinal Scoreboard show is produced. You see down on the field right now, these are the homecoming festivities, the homecoming court. You've got players in their uniforms. You've got young men in their suits. You've got the young ladies in their dresses and those big mums that Coach Deal was talking about. We are here on the west side, on the home side, and that is the visitor side that you see in the shot right now for the Cardinal fans making their way in. The color guard is also arriving there for the national anthem here in a few moments. So we've given you the scores for the games in our area, in our district from last week. There's a lot of games, of course, that we'll be tracking in tonight's ball game. There was a few last night we'll bring up in a little while. Of course, we've got Melissa at Greenville, where we are tonight in our district. Princeton at Denison. Mesquite Poteet at Lovejoy. Crandall at Terrell. So that's going to have a lot to do with their playoff seedings between the Crandall Pirates and the Terrell Tigers. There's another interesting game. Dallas Carter at the Orange People tonight.
Okay.
Dallas Carter at Salina. That's a whole world away driving. That's a long journey for our friends from Dallas Carter to make all their way up there to Salina. But that's a game we'll be tracking. And last night, you might have watched it on national television. ESPN2 showed Denton Geyer and the Allen Eagles. And Denton Geyer beat down the Eagles.
Put a whipping on them, didn't they?
Old Jackson Arnold, future Boomer Sooner, looked really good last night.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, it was the worst loss by the Allen Eagles, I believe, in 38 years. So, it was a very good showing for Denton Geyer last night. There's Birdie making its way across the way. We always love to hear from you. We'll go ahead and put that email address up on the screen in a second, but we love to hear from you. mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org. Love to hear from you where you are watching tonight. Some of you I know are back in Melissa, Texas. Others of you all the way around the world. Lots of different states. Love to hear from you. mcnr@melissaisd.org. Coach, we'll talk about it more later because it's worthy of a discussion, but the Cooper Rush era is officially over.
It's over.
But if you were Jerry, would you take 4-1 in the Cooper Rush era and run with it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Jerry would have taken 4-1 with Dak and the way the season started.
I agree with you.
So I think that far exceeded expectations from what they got.
So who's going to win more ball games this year, Cooper or Dak?
Let's certainly hope Dak does, Trey.
hope
Let's
so.
certainly hope Dak does. And so let's hope we get through this game clean. I mean, he's coming back at a great time. I think the Lions' defense is somewhat weak. So hopefully he can get on track. And then they have the Bears the following week at home as well. So hopefully he can kind of warm his way back up and then during this little weak time of Dallas' schedule.
So everybody owes a round of applause for Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush, yes,
over
sir.
the last 5 weeks.
Yes.
We welcome you back in here to our booth. We are in the middle of the booth. Next door over there, there's the Melissa Cardinal coaches, the PA folks, and are on to our left, and the Greenville broadcast folks and Greenville coaches are down further that way to the north. And so we're glad you are joining us here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. And the players of the week last week in the victory over Denison, our offensive player of the week was Gunnar Wilson. Had a tremendous game, 109 yards receiving. Jacob Fields was the defensive MVP, and he's getting to be a regular
yes,
over
sir.
at the scoreboard.
Just a tremendous athlete, both on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball. Has good instincts on that defensive side of the ball, able to close on the ball, at times able to bait the quarterback and maybe throwing the ball and getting those picks, which last week he had three interceptions, I believe. And it was just kind of hard to deny him last week of the player of the week, and just one of our more sure tacklers as well, especially in the open field. So Jacob just does a tremendous job on both sides of the ball, and that was really, good seeing Gunnar really effective in the passing game as well. Always does a real consistent job blocking every week, but definitely was a main target in the passing game, and just been very consistent with his hands and with his receptions all season long. But that was a great game and good start there for Gunnar last week early in the game.
You are watching the pregame show here on the Melissa Cardinals Network in partnership with our friends at Game On Sports. The homecoming festivities are happening for the Greenville Lions right now, and both teams have completed their pregame warm-ups, gone back into the locker room because they needed to allow space for all this homecoming stuff to happen. The homecoming king is being introduced right there, and that would be Joel Luna, number 10 on your roster for the Greenville Lions, who's just been announced as the Greenville Lion homecoming king. The queen will be announced in just a moment. Meredith Williams, for all you Meredith Williams fans, the last year's winner. Lizzie Kevin, I believe they just said.
Cheerleader.
So she's being introduced as the homecoming queen, because I'm sure all the Cardinal fans back in Melissa wanted to know who the Greenville High School homecoming king and queen were, and there they are right now.
Guess what, Trey?
Yes, sir.
We get to do this again next week.
Do we do? All right.
Yes. So
Play-by-play for the homecoming court.
Next week will be homecoming at Melissa.
That's true. That's true. Well, we have a feature about Jacob Fields. We mentioned to you that he was our Defensive Player of the Week last week. You saw his interview on the Cardinal Scoreboard Show, but our friends, Mr. Randy Craman and the great students of the Melissa CTE department, the AV department of Melissa High School, have put together a great package, and we're going to bring that to you in just a moment to help you get to know Jacob Fields a little bit better. Future player for Louisiana Tech University. So we will show you that package. We told you that the offense tonight for Greenville is going to run all through Micah Simpson. So he's a question mark in tonight's action. And so if you're a Greenville fan, you hope he's out there on the field. And so we'll see what happens there, as it'll be what they call the game time decision.
You know, from our point of view too, Trey, I hope to see him play as well. You know, when you have a fine talent like that, you want to see them on the field and competing, and we always want to play your best and beat your best every week. So hopefully he is healthy and ready to go tonight.
Homecoming festivities are coming to a close here, and we will get you ready for the opening kickoff. We'll give you the starting lineups in just a few moments. Our officials for tonight's game are out of the Dallas football chapter. The referee is Kerry Moore. The umpire is Cornelius Arnick. The headline judge, Fletcher Kelsey. Line judge, Lorenzo Leak. Back judge, Trey Peters. Field judge is Stephen Maxwell. And the side judge is Bradley Thompson. So those are our officials out of the Dallas chapter, again under the leadership of the referee, Kerry Moore.
I have a suggestion for Coach Nally to stay away from referees named after presidents, Trey.
Well, if you watched the Cardinal Scoreboard Show this past week, the one we released this week that was filmed this past Monday evening at the Dugout Sports Grill, you would see Coach Nally and I talked for a long time, 10 or 15 minutes, about officials.
Did you?
And I actually, apparently you haven't watched this week's episode.
I did not.
Because I said you weren't there, because if you were there, you'd be banging on the table while we were talking about officials.
Were y'all saying kind and lovely things?
Well, we were speaking the truth, you know, that you'd be banging on the table when the subject of officials came up. So we talked about the fact that if they have a hard job and they're trying to do a good job.
Absolutely.
And as I mentioned on that interview, nobody in the stripes is as good an athlete as the guys in the pads. So they're running downfield trying to keep up with the play and have the official try to keep up with Javon Smith or Lincoln Dunn or one of those guys. You can't do it. So they're trying to do a good job. And we mentioned in the interview that fans need to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm having fun talking about the
Of course, but the fans need to really, it doesn't matter. You're not going to change their call, right?
Sure.
You yell and scream from the stands, or a coach yelling and screaming from the sideline. They're not going to say, oh, that wasn't holding,
Sure.
right? So we do appreciate the work they do. We can't play the game without them. So we do appreciate them, even though sometimes it gets frustrating. We told you we had a beautiful package put together by our Melissa High School AV team about our Player of the Week from last week, Jacob Fields. We'll go back to our studio to let you watch this on Jacob Fields. It is the pregame show. Your Cardinals are on the road tonight, taking on Greenville. But we want to take a moment to look back at the big victory over Denison at home a week ago. This is Trey Graham, joined as always by Melissa Cardinals head football coach Matt Nally. Coach, I think you probably would have been happy to score 54, but maybe not give up 44.
Right, that's always the plan. Is not to allow an opponent to score like that, but they did such a great job of game planning for us. But the biggest thing is they played hard, and we got into a situation late in the game where we're like, all right, boys, well, it's time for us to play too. So kudos to Denison, kudos to that staff. Those kids and those coaches are ready to play, and they played extremely hard for the duration of the game.
Very long game.
Oh yeah.
Now, I was about to say, because my man Ross Graham is genius of all my kids are, right? Ross told us when we were starting the third quarter Friday that the Poteet game was over when we started the third quarter a week later.
Right. But that's just nuts how, that Poteet, killing the clock, and really trying to play defense and whatnot. And then you have a team like Denison that tries to play up tempo, kind of like we do. We're a little bit faster.
You told me they weren't going to do that.
I know. Against Lovejoy, they didn't. And against us, they just felt like, once again, like they needed to. And before the game, I was talking to Coach Whitson, and he kind of hinted to it, we have to play with some urgency and we have to play with some tempo. And I was like, whatever. And he was 100% correct.
Now, we do have to talk about one specific player for this pregame show as we look back a week ago. He's a pretty good player, by the way. Jacob Fields scored 2 touchdowns on offense, had 3 interceptions on defense. And it's really a blessing for you, for me to be able to say he is one of your best players. Right. In most teams in your district, most teams in Texas, you could say he's the best player. Right. You happen to have a lot of really good ones, but Jacob Fields is one of the best.
Yeah, we're very, very blessed that he's a Melissa Cardinal and what he brings to our football team. He is so dynamic, and we ask him to do so much. He's also very intelligent because he can handle all these roles. As a lot of people might see him just as a DB or a running back or whatever the case may be, but he plays a lot of roles on our team: returner, receiver, running back, corner, safety. He does a lot of things for us, and he is very dynamic. And blessed he's a Melissa Cardinal.
He plays full-time safety.
Correct.
Full-time punt returner.
Correct.
Part-time running back.
Correct.
Mainly, I think, because of the skill of Nathan Adejokin. But aren't you tempted to get him on offense even more?
We do, and that's what we do in practice is we try to. Once again, we're not trying to overload a kid because honestly, he is our best overall DB. So it's just like Friday night when they had a dynamic kid, number 6, going to Oklahoma, and when they put him at receiver, we moved him from safety to corner to take care of that kid. And then on the offensive side of it, once again, trying to make it as simple as possible. He caught a long pass, and then that's what people don't understand. He is so electrifying and so dynamic. But once again, he's still going to school, taking 7 classes a day. He's trying to be a kid and all those things. We're not trying to just overload him with football stuff. So, but yeah, he can do whatever he wants to do.
So tell the audience, when you've got a player that's that talented, how do you help him be the leader, be the mentor to the rest of his teammates?
Well, in his case, we don't have to do that. In his case, he does it. When he's out there and he's playing safety, he's talking to all the young kids. It doesn't matter who they are. He's telling them how to line up and whatnot. And on the offensive side of the ball, once again, he's more of just the guy that's encouraging people. He's more of a teacher on the defensive side and a motivator on the offensive side. But mostly, I mean, when you have a kid like that, you don't have to teach them anything. You don't have to teach them to be that person. They are that person, and the reason they are that person, they're in that position because they are that kid that can motivate, can teach. He's a leader. He's a true leader.
We're talking about Jacob Fields, but I'm going to throw you a curveball now. We see all these other high school students in the room right now that nobody else can see. These are the folks doing the technical work with Game On Sports. Mr. Craman, their leader. Talk about the great technical side of Melissa High School.
It's crazy to see kids, I've been here for 8 years, and it's crazy to see kids that I had in elementary school, taught elementary PE, and them growing up and them being in leadership roles, and it's really like, I don't know, nostalgic almost. But
you're an old man.
Yeah. But, and I feel proud. It's not like, oh, looky here. It's like proud person.
You're proud of them, but they're good, too.
They are. They are. They're really, really good. So, once again, we're blessed to have these people in our lives and at Melissa. But like I said, I can't, any other word, just proud.
You've been watching part of our pregame show as we get you ready for the game tonight against Greenville. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network. For Coach Matt Nally, this is Trey Graham saying we'll take a break and be right back after this. Welcome back to the booth here in Greenville, Texas. You just heard my conversation with Coach Matt Nally about Jacob Fields. And our pregame show continues because the teams have come back out on the field to do their pregame warm-ups. It was homecoming night here in Greenville, so all those festivities have been completed. And your Cardinals are out of the locker room, and the Cardinal fans are making their way in to the stadium. We're glad you're joining us tonight. Always love to hear from you, mcnr@melissaist.org. We've already got emails coming in. We'll read those in just a moment. You heard a conversation about Jacob Fields, very, very talented football player a moment ago, but we've got a little bit more to share with you. You get to hear from some of his coaches. Let's watch this.
Just that he's just so athletic, but he's so intelligent.
He's done a great job at every position. So everything we've asked him to do, he's pretty much stepped up and answered the call in every situation.
To me, he's the best defensive back in North Texas.
The other people I'm playing with, they play a huge role in that. Like if I don't have corners making the right moves, making the right decisions while I'm in the back end, then I can't do my job.
When it comes to offense, he is such a dynamic kid, but he's that kid when we need a spark. When the ball's in his hand, he just really, really has a knack to score. We try to make sure, with our offensive scheme that he's touching it 5, 6, 10 times a game.
He really leads by example. He's been working on being more of a vocal guy this year, but just in practice, he's always been one of the hardest workers since he came here last year.
I play a lot of snaps and I'm tired most of the time, but I got to suck it up and I love making big plays.
Coach, you just heard a lot about Jacob Fields, which none of that surprising to you, but you also heard my conversation there with Matt Nally about all the great technical folks working from Melissa High School as students with Mr. Craman and with Game On Sports. What a great opportunity this is for the students to learn how all this works.
Oh, that's a little 7 minutes right there, Trey. It was just tremendous. With the setup, with you talking to Coach Nally, with the interaction with the other coaches, and then actually listening and seeing Jacob's face himself, you can see kind of just how well-spoken Jacob was there, and just he talked about his intelligence on the field, and also giving credit to his teammates. Just this experience with Game On has just really opened up to our fans, just to be able to see our student athletes, not only the athletes, but through band and every part of this program. And it's just been a tremendous opportunity. And the fun thing about this, Trey, is we're just kind of starting to scratch the surface. And just these kids, it's going to give these students that are working tonight, just the opportunity to, if they choose to possibly choose this as a profession, to leave here with the experience they're getting at Melissa High School and turn that into their livelihood and their passion that wasn't there two and a half months ago. So this is just a tremendous opportunity for our student athletes, and just can't say enough about the crew with Game On, just how they're working with our staff and our kids, and how they're helping us as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that you're at home watching, or you're sitting by the fire, or sitting on the couch watching this game, you're the beneficiaries of all the hard work.
Yes, sir.
And there's lots of adults, lots of professionals, of course, doing this, but each of those professionals has a high school student as their shadow, as their apprentice,
Yes.
with a mentor. And so it is a great opportunity. We do thank Dr. Debbie and Randy Craman and making this partnership, Duke Sparks, of course, with Game On Sports, and we're very happy that we get to bring you this broadcast, and it's a lot of fun, and we've come a long way. This is the 15th year of the Melissa Cardinals Network, and the Cardinals are coming out on the field right now through the 2 layers, the inflatable tunnel and then the run-through paper sign. Coming out there's the Fred Lewis sign, carried by Gunnar Wilson. The Cardinals in their white jerseys, white helmets, and red pants. And the visiting team has made their way out there. The color guard is set from the JROTC program to come out. There's Coach Matt Nally, his 4th season as the head football coach, coming in. And they are welcoming all the Cardinals onto the field. Now the home team will be coming out. And then looks like the Greenville High School choir will be performing the national anthem. Coming in from the north end zone now through their tunnel with the American flag and the Greenville High School flag. There's the Lions coming out on the field. They've got red helmets, red jerseys, and black pants tonight. And it's going to be a great night for football. This is Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal. John Graham is here. Ross Graham is here. We are glad you are spending your Friday evening with us. The 5-2 Melissa Cardinals taking on the 2-5 Greenville Lions. And the festivities continue. It's not only homecoming night tonight in Greenville, it's also the 10-year anniversary for Greenville High School, class of 2012. So they're making their way out through the cordon, Coach, making their way out on the field as we speak. And your Melissa Cardinals are there on the far sideline, waiting for all these graduates to make their way on to the field. And then we've got the 40-year reunion of the class of 1982 from Greenville High School. So we got all kinds of special guests.
Well, I'm disappointed I didn't get invited back to Leonard, Texas. This is your
Are you class of 82?
82, yes,
Really?
sir. Yes, sir.
Would you, as the Leonard Tigers, have played the Greenville Lions?
No, sir. No. Not even. They were probably a 4A school, then we were 2A.
All right. Now the class of 1977, Greenville High School, the 45-year reunion coming out.
The walk in between the cordons getting slower.
Yeah,
the
the
pace.
longer time since your graduation, the slower your walk. Let's see who's coming after the class of 77.
Here's the cheer squad.
Yep. Maybe that's the end of the line, the class of 77. Oh, the class of 1972 is coming out now. 50-year reunion for the class of 1972, Greenville High School.
Trey, that's just one thing I do love about Texas football. I always been kind of trained to say small town football, but just all across the state. Greenville is a one high school town, and so then all their traditions are intact. All their history is intact with one school. And kudos for them to carry on those traditions and recognizing their past graduates.
50 years ago, the class of 1972 graduated, and they get to come out on the field along with their loved ones to celebrate homecoming night here in Greenville. The high school from Greenville, their JROTC program, is bringing out the colors right now. And as we said, the Glee Club or the high school choir there is set up to perform the national anthem, and we will honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Well done by the Greenville High School Choir performing our national anthem. The captains for both teams will be coming out on the field in just a moment to meet with our officials. The opening coin toss. Thank you also to the Greenville High School JROTC program for presenting the colors. And there's our referee, Kerry Moore, out there on the center of the field, waiting for the captains to arrive for Greenville. Number 6, DeJuan Kennedy. Number 10, Joel Luna. And number 11, Jamorian Stevenson. And Cardinals captains are coming out right now. We've got number 3, Dalton Whitwer. Number 5, Jackson Ford. Number 9, Carson Maynard. And Caleb Otluski, number 18, as the captains. There's the referee, Kerry Moore. Now, Coach, I want you to see Kerry Moore is in the white hat, of course. And he's a nice fella, but he's not as big as his umpire right there. Mr. Cornelius Arnick is a big fella.
Looks like he might have just played last year. He may be newly retired from the football field.
Yeah, he's been on the football field before in the other uniform. So the captains for both teams have finished it up. Greenville Lions won the coin toss. They will defer until the second half, so they will kick off the football. And your Cardinals will go on offense first. And if you are just joining us, we are so glad you are here in Greenville, Texas. The Melissa Cardinals and the Greenville Lions ready to get underway. Class 5A football. It is an honor to have you with us tonight. And the kickoff return unit for the Cardinals making their way out on the field. They'll be on offense, led by offensive coordinator Jason Russell. We'll get you starting lineups in just a moment. For the Greenville Lions, their place kicker is Archer O'Donnell, number 80. And that kick is away and into the end zone. It will be a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. For Jason Russell in the offense, junior quarterback Trevor Ham starts tonight. Running back Nate Adejokin in the backfield. The tight end getting the start tonight is Jackson Ford. 3 receivers, Carson Maynard, Javon Smith, Jacob Casano. Left tackle Trevor Gooseby, left guard Brandon Ward. The center is Luke Damel. Right guard Owen Hollenbeck, right tackle Jake Brown. First down Cardinals. They've got 2 receivers split left, and they're going to throw it left on the first play. And the ball's on the ground, and they called that a forward pass. Incomplete, brings up second down and 10.
Pass intended for Javon Smith.
Three receivers right as the Cardinals throw it out to the right side, and this was going to be an incomplete pass as well. That was intended for Casano. Incomplete pass, and it's quickly third down and 10.
Very risky pass there. great coverage there for the Lions.
2 receivers right, 1 left. And on 3rd down, they're going to throw it again. And they look left and they throw it, and it's almost intercepted. That pass was intended for Casano, so it's going to be a 3 and out. 3 incomplete passes from Trevor Ham. And the Cardinals will punt the football. Aiden Pintor on to kick. Ham came into the game having thrown for 1,827 yards in 7 ball games, 22 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Pintor on a 3 and out gets a good snap, and the punt is away, and it's a low kick, and it's going to take a bounce in the Greenville direction. The Cardinals will down it, and the Lions will get great field position on their first possession. And Nate Hemsley, the defensive coordinator for the Cardinals, will send out his unit. They run a 3-4 alignment. And up front, Nigel Smith, Connor Vidmar, Lance Riley, Caleb Otluski, Jason Cave, Dalton Whitwer, and Alex Secreto are the linebackers. Clark Packard and Jake Patusek are the corners. Paxton Cox and Jacob Fields at the safety spot. They're going to hand the ball off on 1st down and pick up about 7 yards on the play. And we told you that the talented quarterback for the Lions, Micah Simpson, was a game time decision. He is not in the game right now. So Anthony Johnson is running the offense for the Lions. Here comes a 2nd down and 3 play. And they're going to hand the ball, but the whistle is blown. It's going to be a false start penalty against the Lions. Back him up to 2nd down and 8.
It's going to wipe out that good 1st down play up the run up the middle for them.
They will back the football up to the 46 of the Lions. They are in a huddle. Cardinal fans don't see that very often. They're going to come to the line of scrimmage with 4 receivers, 3 to the wide side on 2nd down and 8. Just underway, no score here in the 1st quarter. Quarterback draw, and Anthony Johnson will take it to the 49-yard line, which will bring up 3rd down and 4.
Johnson, good run off that left side there with Jaden Johnson leading the way. It's almost like a quarterback power play, lead play on the keeper. We'll bring up 3rd and short.
Secreto was there on the tackle. 3rd down, 4, just short of the midfield stripe. 2 receivers to each side. They're going to run the football again and not get the 1st down. Secreto again.
Yeah, first one there was Secreto, number 44, the outside linebacker.
Decision time for the Lions and their head coach, Darren Duke. It looks like he's going to choose to punt the football away. 4th and 1 at the midfield stripe. That's a place most coaches attempted to go for it.
Especially with your record.
And the fact that you've run the ball pretty well on this drive. And there's a lot of personnel issues for the Lions. Jacob Fields back to return. And this punt is away. The punt by Ibarra goes into the end zone. So 2 touchbacks. This one comes out to the 20-yard line. A kickoff would bring it out to the 25, but a punt in the end zone brings it out to the 20-yard line. So let's just pretend that first drive never happened. 3 incomplete passes and a punt for the Cardinals. So let's just start the game over. We have 9:35 to go, 1st quarter, no score, and the Cardinals have the football for the 2nd time.
I would love to see Nate get his hands on the ball here in this drive.
1st down and 10. 2 receivers left in a stack, and they're going to run the football for the first time tonight. And that's positive gain for Adejokin to the 28-yard line. Pick up of 8. 2nd down coming up. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, no huddle. Ham takes the snap and gives it to Adejokin again. And he's going to run in to a tough tackle there for the Lions by Khalil Parker, and they will say he got just enough for a first down, right to the 30-yard line. So Cardinals do get a new set of downs here quickly. They'll snap the football. Greenville jumps. We'll see if they were drawn off.
They say so. It's going to be against the Cardinals.
They do call false start. That will make a 1st and 15. And Ham, high snap, pulls it down, fakes the handoff, that is, to Adejokin, throws it out to the right side to the big fella, Jackson Ford, which we've seen more on defense this year than offense, but he gets to start at tight end tonight, and he picks up about 1 yard on that little out route. So 2nd down and long. We'll give him 2, actually. They're going to hand the ball to Adejokin. He's going to have a nice run behind the right side of the line. Jackson Ford was one of his lead blockers, and so was Jake Brown. And that's a gain all the way out to the 38, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Nathan did a good job following Jackson that time, and Nate was trying to check out of the game. He has a sore ankle after that last play.
So Jacob Fields will check in at the running back spot as Adejokin exits the field. 3rd and 2, they're going to try to throw the football, but they're going to be stopped by the yellow hanky again. Email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. And we'll get to those emails in just a moment. Our referee, Mr. Kerry Moore, tells us offsides defense, which will give the Cardinals a free first down. Move it out to the 43-yard line. First down, Cardinals. And 2 receivers left to the wide side. First down play coming up. Ham in the shotgun. Takes the high snap and fakes it to Fields. Keeps it himself and picks up a single yard.
Good solid tackle there by number 45 for the Lions. So that is Juan Tapia.
7.5 minutes remaining first quarter, no score. 5-2 Melissa at 2-5 Greenville. They'll give it to Fields, his first carry, and he's going to break away and make another man miss and have a positive gain. And the tackler there is Kevin Tran, loses his hat, but Fields will take it all the way down to the 32-yard line of the Lions.
Jacobs
24 on that carry. And they're going to give it to him again, and he's going to pick up about 8.
Just going to say, Jacobs definitely the home run hitter between the two. So anytime he touches the ball, it could go to the house.
Clark Packard has checked in at the running back spot here on 2nd down and 2. 3 receivers and a tight end. They fake it to Packard, and Ham throws it to an open receiver down the seam right. It's going to be caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Touchdown Cardinals. They lead 6-0 as Javon Smith goes into the end zone for the first score of the night.
Javon showing his speed, got behind the DB, just had to wait on the ball and did a great job looking that in and securing it and falling into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. Get on the board first.
Here's the obligatory swinging gate play, and now Pintor will set up to kick the PAT. Carson Maynard is the holder. 6:36 remaining first quarter. Melissa leads 6-0, and Pintor is on to kick. Low snap, the kick is up and good. Melissa leads 7-0. You are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal joining you from Greenville, Texas. Thank you for spending part of your Friday evening with us. There you see the replay. Javon had to slow down just a little bit, but got behind both of those DBs from the Lions. There's Cusano to celebrate with Javon. Cardinals lead 7-0. I mentioned that email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. Lots of folks checking in. And Sean Lear and Wendy Lear check in, watching from Melissa, Texas. Hello to City Councilman Mr. Lear. Andy Graham says he's watching tonight, so hello, Andy. Our friends Leslie Reddick Farrell, Michael Farrell down there in Victoria, Texas, cheering on the Cardinals, cheering on the Black Knights, and cheering on Game On Sports.
Awesome. Thanks. Thanks for listening, Leslie.
We'll get to some more emails in just a moment. There's Aiden Pintor, who just made the PAT. He'll put the ball on the tee on his own 40-yard line. Cardinals defending the north end zone. They're going left to right on your TV screen, and he's kicking into a strong wind tonight, which this wind will affect the kicking game. That's going to be a short kick taken at the 28. Ball's on the ground. It's a loose ball. The Cardinals have it, and there's Caleb Otlewski with the recovery, and Cardinals take over on offense.
This receiver just didn't get under the ball there.
No urgency.
No, there was not. And with that wind pushed it, didn't carry as far. And then Cardinals did a good job of hustling and getting to the ball, just misplayed it. There
were Lions blocking while the ball was on the ground.
Jason Cave did a good job of taking out the receiver, not letting him get on the ball, and Caleb was there to scoop it up.
Short field for Melissa. They have a 7-point lead, and they take over at the Greenville 28. Ball in the left hash, 2 receivers right. They're going to hand the ball off, going left. That's Packard on the carry, and he picks up none yards. As we're about to hit the halfway mark of the first quarter. Second down, 10. Again, 2 receivers right to the wide side. And they're going to fake it to Packard. Ham's going to throw, steps up in the pocket, has a post route to Maynard. It's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. That was an easy throw and catch.
Yeah, it's a beautiful throw there by Trevor Ham to the sure-handed Carson Maynard. Caught the ball in the back of the end zone. Watch this replay again. Just a nice spiral laid out perfectly for Maynard. Just looks it right in, no sweat, 2 feet in the end zone when you only need one. Easy, as you said, easy touchdown.
Cardinals had to punt on their first drive, but they've gotten 2 quick touchdowns. And Pintor on for his second PAT is good. Cardinals lead 14-0. 5:59 remaining in the first quarter. And Cardinals have gotten off to a great start. And this is exactly what you want. Now, it's not, it's not cool to come in and beat somebody up on their homecoming night, but they picked it, I guess.
That's right. They did schedule us.
Yes. So your Cardinals are here at Greenville's homecoming night, and Cardinals lead 14-0. We are so glad you are spending this Friday evening with us. Pintor will be about to kick the football away again. Put the ball on the tee, and here comes Pintor. Kicks it away. It's going to be a short kick and fair caught at the 25-yard line, and the Greenville Lions will take over at that spot. (14-0). Melissa leads. Their defense comes out. And we mentioned to you that Micah Simpson, the talented quarterback for the Lions, is not in action as of this point. So they're going with their second quarterback, number 13, Anthony Johnson. You see him in the shotgun. Motion man, and they're going to run jet sweep to Cameron Neal, and he's going to cut it up and pick up about 3 yards on that carry.
Jason Cave on the bottom of the pile. Also in on the action for the Cardinals was Connor Vidmar.
Five and a half minutes to go. Here comes second down and 7. Motion man again, and they're going to throw it. This time Johnson has to pull it down and keep it himself and go right into the arms of Nigel Smith and Connor Vidmar. Going to bring up third down for the Greenville offense.
And Nigel's right there waiting for him. Came off his block very strongly. Of course, it's 3rd and long.
Third down and 6. Cardinals drop into coverage. Johnson rolls to his right, throws it into the right flats, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. It was intended over there on the right side for Jaqueline Davis. Incomplete pass.
They've called roughing the passer, Trace. They're going to pick up 15 yards and a first down.
So the Cardinals, we're going to get a defensive stop there. We'll get a replay here to show you what they chose to call, roughing the passer, and that, I'll call that a valid call by our officials, just a little late, and that's going to give the Greenville Lions a first down. First down at the 44 of the Lions on the right hash. 4:42 to go in the quarter. Greenville down by 2 touchdowns. And Johnson throws it to the left side. Caught by Neal, and he'll pick up a single yard. Lots of Cardinals in there. Landon Brando was there, and Paxton Cox was there. Coach, officially, we are not at Greenville Lions Stadium. We are at T.A. Cotton Ford Stadium.
T.A. Cotton Stadium.
T.A. Ford, I suppose, nicknamed Cotton, yes. So that's where we are tonight. In case you're plugging into your GPS on the way up here. Hand the ball off on 2nd down and 9, straight up the middle of the field. They're going to pick up positive yardage. Jackson Ford in on that tackle. And they'll spot the ball at the midfield stripe. It will be 3rd down and 4.
And so just to continue stadium talk real fast, Trey, so was it also not called like Joe Ramsey Stadium?
Joe Boulevard, we drove on.
Okay, all right.
Yes, that was the street we were on. But this is T.A. Cotton Ford Stadium.
3rd and 4.
2 receivers right. They're going to drop the football, and Johnson, the quarterback, is not going to recover. The Cardinals recover, and they're going to get their 2nd defensive turnover. Landon Brando with that strip, sack, fumble recovery, turnover, and Johnson just lost the handle as he was pulling it back to throw the football. And Brando jumps on it. Cardinals are going to another short field after a turnover. They lead 14-0, and they'll take over at the Greenville 42-yard line.
Josh Nascimento is in the game at running back.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Hand the ball to Nascimento. He's going to have his first carry, and he's going to pick up a first down, gain of 14 on the run.
Good hole over there. Opened up by Gooseby.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage at the 29, and we're going to have a Greenville timeout called by Coach Darren Duke, trying to slow down this Cardinals onslaught. They lead 14-0. They've got a first down at the Greenville 29-yard line with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go first quarter. And with this timeout, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back right after this.
School is fantastic. You feel you're involved in every step of the decision-making process. That really makes a big difference to me.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Cadillac or Sewell Cadillac.
After the timeout, they're going to hand the ball to Nascimento on first down, and he's going to have another Positive gain of 12 down to the 16-yard line. First down, Cardinals.
Again, Gooseby and Brandon Ward leading the way there, opening the hole.
High snap, give it to him one more time. He makes a nice cut in the hole, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown. 3 straight runs by Josh Nascimento, the junior running back, and the Cardinals lead 20-0.
Right about 45 yards of rushing there by Josh on 3 carries to take it to pay dirt.
Here comes Mr. Pintor. A busy night for him as usual. Here's the PAT attempt. Snap is back, the kick is up, and good. Cardinals lead big, 21-0 here at TA Cotton Ford Stadium. Speaking of, make sure you go and follow the Melissa Cardinals Network on Facebook, and if you go over there, you'll get to see some recent photos of the construction progress over at Kenneth M. Deal Stadium. It's underway.
Have you taken a walkthrough?
I did. You didn't give me one, but our friend Duke Sparks gave me one.
Cool,
Yes.
very nice.
Lots of photos
Very
put up on the
nice.
Facebook for you.
If you ever want to take a tour of any of our facilities, you pick the right man to do that
Well,
for you.
of course. But really, if you need anything, I picked the right guy. Not just a walkthrough. You need anything, call Duke Sparks. And you can tell him Trey sent you. All right, Mr. Pintor puts the ball again on the tee, 40-yard line. Melissa with a 21-0 lead. And he's going to kick the ball away here. 2:46 remaining in the first quarter. This was another short kick, and it will again be fair caught, this time at the 24-yard line. Lots of emails coming in. Katie Deal Jones says, let's go Cardinals. Red, red, hook 'em horns. Josh, Katie, and Oliver in Frankston, Texas tonight.
They do travel.
They get around.
Proud y'all got there safely, kids.
Charles Dwight in Denton, Texas checks in. First down and 10. We're going to spot it at the 25 officially. Johnson rolls to his right, throws it into the right flats. It's going to be dropped. Intended for Jaqueline Davis. Incomplete pass. Second down and 10. Lots more emails. We'll get to them in a moment. mcnr@melissaisd.org. And Jaqueline Davis didn't bring that one in, and you could have said that maybe he heard the Jacob Fields footsteps.
Yes, sir, and that really put your offense in a bind. That should have really been second and 2, maybe second and 1, and now it's second and 10. Just catch the ball.
Ball's on the left hash, 2 receivers to each side. Johnson in the shotgun. Motion man, hand the ball going right. Now he cuts back to the left and runs right into Secreto. And there's Jason Cave to finish it up.
Yeah, Alex is off to a good start tonight. That's his 3rd tackle.
Loss of 3 yards.
Alex Secreto, number 44s.
Clock rolling, 2:18 and counting. First quarter. Trips right to the wide side. Johnson in the shotgun on now 3rd and long. Rolling to his right, falling down, throws it. It's caught at the original line of scrimmage, making a man miss. On the catch there is Neal. And we have 4th down coming up, and the Lions will punt the football away with the wind at their back.
Johnson, he did a good job getting that ball off from almost a prone position.
Andrew Ibarra, number 53, is an O-lineman and the punter. Again, punting with a strong wind at his back. Jacob Fields set to return. There's the snap, and the play is going to be stopped. False start against the Lions. So that'll back him up 5, and they'll be ready to punt again.
Try to keep your eye out on tonight with this punt formation for the Lions, to where I think Otluski, if they choose to, will have a great opportunity to get a block tonight.
All right, Mr. Ibarra will try again to punt this one away. Snap is a good one. And there was Zaluski getting close, as you said. It's going to bounce over the head of Jacob Fields. He'll pick it up and show some speed down the left sideline at the 30, at the 40, at the 50, at the 40. Made a man miss at the 31-yard line. A great return. Sometimes what happens when a punt bounces on the ground, the coverage unit slows down and loses a bit of focus. And in this case, Jacob Fields picked it up, showed his great speed down the left sideline, and had a good set of blockers.
Multiple flags on the field, as you saw the replay, and honestly, there was multiple infractions by the Cardinals for illegal blocks. There's a couple of lines on the field that did not get up very quickly.
So we have an injury timeout on the field, which will let us check scores of the other games going on around the area. Of course, we are in 5A Division II, Region 2, District number 7. And we are watching the games going on in our district. And if the folks want to come up here in the booth camera, I'll show them something that no one can read, but I'll show them what time of the year this is, because it is time for bracketology, Coach. Here they are, the projected playoff matchups. Nothing set in stone yet, of course, but we've got, we'll show the folks on camera. It's too small for them to read, but we're looking at playoff matchups as the Cardinals still look like it's going to be a district championship showdown with Lovejoy in a few weeks. But right now in our district, those Lovejoy Leopards lead Mesquite Poteet 28-0 late first quarter. Denison leads Princeton 14-6 early second quarter. Crandall and Terrell tied 8-8 after 1 quarter of play.
Good news is Daniel Rayner is up and walking off the field under his own power.
We mentioned that game, Dallas Carter at Salina. Late first quarter, Salina 20, the Carter Cowboys 0. Anna Coyotes playing community as well. Anna Coyotes having a tremendous season this year.
Cardinals are going to be backed up 15 yards. They're going to be starting from the 27-yard line.
Dallas South Oak Cliff, a team we could see down the road in the playoffs, defeated Dallas Samuel 56-0 last night. All right, first down and 10 after the penalty yardage has been marked off. It'll be spotted at the 28. Ham straight drop back, setting up a screen. It's going to be completed to Javon Smith. Has a wall of blockers, good speed, out past the midfield stripe, and taking it to the 43-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it, and it'll be a first down for the Cardinals on the plus side of the field, leading 21-0.
Well-designed play here.
And we're going to have a false start called against the Cardinals.
Javon did a good job following Owen Holland back, sophomore lineman.
1 minute and 9 seconds on the first quarter clock. And they said never mind on the flag for whatever reason. That high snap gets over Ham's head. He's got to pick it up, and he's going to be tackled for a big loss back to the 36-yard line. Loss of 21 on the snap malfunction.
Cardinals have shown the ability to get deep. They're going to have to sustain this drive.
They're going to hand the ball off and pick up nice positive yardage. Nascimento on that carry takes it to the 46-yard line. And it's going to bring up third down and 21. Two receivers right to the wide side. Ham in the shotgun. Tries to get Greenville to jump, and they do not. Packard has checked in at the running back spot, number 4 right there. And there's Jackson Ford at the tight end spot, number 5. And the quarterback's number 6 as we just keep going down the roster. And before that play is going to happen, the first quarter clock will expire. So at the end of one quarter of play, your Cardinals lead the Greenville Lions by a score of 21-0. You are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. I invite you and your family to our church home on Sunday mornings at First Melissa. In-person worship every Sunday, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Online worship service every Sunday, 11:30 a.m. Go to the website firstmelissa.com to find out more.
Say a quick hello to the Fortners back in Missouri. It was really good seeing them in the stands last week at Cardinals Stadium. Got to spend some time with them that night and also on Sunday. So it was good seeing you guys, and hope y'all are watching tonight.
Yes, Coach, the Black Knights are in action tomorrow.
You know, it was 6 minutes deep into this ball game. Mentioned the Black Knights, Trey.
That's a whole quarter.
That might be a record.
It's a little slow on the draw tonight.
So Leslie Reddick was the one that gave you the cue for that.
And I had the game to call. So the Black Knights are in action tomorrow at historic Mikey Stadium. Kickoff at 12 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Central. Check your local listings. Louisiana Monroe in town.
Okay.
To take on the Army Black Knights.
Should be a W for you, correct?
Should be another one. 2 receivers right, 1 left. 3rd down, 21. Cardinals now going right to left on your TV screen. They're going to hand the ball off on 3rd and long, and Packard goes nowhere. So, looks like it's going to be punt time for the Cardinals, and Pintor will come out on the field.
Referees want the play clock to run. Game clock is rolling.
Pintor will come on. 4th down and very long. Pintor's been busy on the place kicking side, but not yet on the punting side. DeJuan Kennedy back to return the punt. This is a high snap over Pintor's head.
This is where
he's
going
to pick it up, and he's going to punt it away right and left, and he's going to be dragged down. We've seen him punt it right-footed and left-footed, but a snap problem for the second time tonight has caused field position issues for the Cardinals, and Greenville will get great field position to start their drive.
I was waiting to see something spectacular from Aiden on this play.
He did make one man miss right there, and then showed a little kicker speed, but couldn't outrun anybody else. Good effort, Mr. Pinto. All right, Chelsea Deal checks in, says, let's go Cardinals.
Thanks for listening, Chelsea.
Macy, Mary, and Mark Keever saying go Cardinals and cheering on Miles O'Neill tonight. MCNR at melissaisd.org. We have a timeout called by the Melissa Cardinals before this drive begins. It will be 1st down Greenville at the Melissa 22-yard line. We do thank Skylar Ammons Real Estate and Maria's Mexican Restaurant, the Red Feather Restaurant, George James Real Estate, the Hidden Grove RV Park, and of course the Dugout Sports Grill for being sponsors of tonight's broadcast, along with our church family at First Melissa. Thank you to those fine folks.
Speaking of George James Realty, Trey, real quick shout out to the George James Realty Players of the Week. On the volleyball side, representing volleyball is Georgia Branson. And then for the football team, it was Gunnar Wilson for his offensive performance last week. So thank you, George James Realty and Grant James, for recognizing our athletes.
After the timeout on 1st down, the Lions are going to hand the ball off and go nowhere. Nigel Smith there to blow it up. Also Lance Riley. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Yeah, Lance Riley did a great job coming off his block as well. Limit that to 0 yards gained.
Clock rolling, 1 minute gone by in 2nd quarter. Melissa leads 21-0. You're watching the 15th year of the Melissa Cardinals Network. Motion man, and they're going to run the jet sweep going left, get a seam, and a 1st down for the Lions as they spin down. Jaqueline Davis, the carrier, will take it to the 12, 1st and 10 from that spot as the Lions are threatening to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's their best play of the ball game so far. Picking up 10 yards.
Breaking the huddle, number 13 there, Anthony Johnson, junior number 13, the quarterback, sets the offense for Coach Duke and the Lions. Their offensive coordinator is Brett Alexander. They're going to run the ball right on the stretch play, and breaking a tackle and going in for the touchdown is Cameron Neal, number 9. The first points of the night for the Lions, and some missed tackles by the Cardinals D there.
Yes, sir, Trey. You know, they had the pressure on them by the poor snap on the punt. And gave them excellent field position, but 2 big running plays here for the Lions puts them in the end zone rather quickly. That was a 3-play scoring drive for the Greenville Lions.
Archer O'Neal comes on as the PAT kicker. And we have a late substitution coming in. Their holder is Diego Martinez. And this looks like this is Ibarra doing the kicking, but he missed it. And wide right, the score remains 21-6. Your Melissa Cardinals leading the Greenville Lions. There are a few other college football games going on. In Dallas, Cincinnati at SMU. Mississippi State at Alabama. Speaking of, we better give the Vols a little bit of credit.
Absolutely, what a ball game.
It was a ball game, and congratulations to the Vols. And you think they've got a new goalpost set up yet?
I think they asked for donations or something, didn't they?
They did, yeah. I don't know that I think that was cool, but they did. Bunch of college kids, please send us money to replace the goalpost you all tore down, but they did. I assume it's in place by now. Kansas State at TCU. Your fellas, the Longhorns up there in Stillwater. Okie State.
It's a big 12 game.
Texas A&M at South Carolina. West Virginia at Texas Tech. Iowa at the Ohio State University. Here's Ibarra with the kick. It's going to be into the wind. It's going to come up short, be taken at the 15-yard line by Packard. He's out past the 30. He's pushed out of bounds by Scott Brock. First down, Cardinals offense.
It was a good job by Clark catching that ball basically at full stride there. Timed that perfectly.
UCLA at Oregon, Ole Miss at LSU. Any of these games interest you? I mean, besides the Black Knights, of course.
I will definitely have my eye on that, the orange game.
The Okie State Longhorns game?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Got a chance to win that one?
I think so. It's good to see Nathan back in the game, I believe.
That is,
or is that? Yeah.
That's Bishop Curry on the carry, and he's going to have a tough run and a first down.
Big hit.
All the way out to the 47. Here's
Just
the replay.
a tremendous hit.
Curry's first carry of the night makes it through the first line, and there is a big hit. And if you want to discuss what a targeting hit looks like, that just might be it.
They're going to ask him how many fingers he sees on the sideline. I promise you. All right, so we're with this maybe the 5th running back in the game.
We're rolling through the running backs. Connor Betts is in the game at the running back spot. Ross Graham's having to update his stat board over there, adding names.
When the game started, Connor Betts was not on his list for a carry.
No, but he's in the game right now. First down at the 46 of the Cardinals. Heading with the wind at their back. And Trevor's going to throw it over the middle of the field, a little seam route intended for Jackson Ford. And the nice fella goes down and shags the ball for the officials. And it's going to bring up second down and 10.
I'd love to see the big fella rumble and catch a ball down the field in the open field. Just missed him.
Second down 10 from the 46. And give it on the handoff to Betts, and he'll pick up 11 yards and a first down.
Yeah, Connor showed good feet there. A couple of good quick cuts. Pick up the first down.
To the Lion 43.
It's Cardinal Nation.
And they're going to give it to him again over the left side, and he's going to get another positive gain. Running right behind Luke Damel there, and he's going to pick up 8 on that carry.
Yeah, Luke at the center position did a good job blocking downfield, stayed on his man.
And the Connor Betts show has stopped for a moment as Jacob Fields checks back in. 8:43 to go in the half. Ham fake pump, throws a slant route, caught by Carson Maynard, and it's going to be another first down. They'll spot it at the 12-yard line.
It's great chemistry between
now they're
those
going
two.
to spot it at the 9. Sorry. They just moved the football. At the 9-yard line, first and goal. And hand the ball off, making one man miss. Easy touchdown run. Jacob Fields from 9 yards out, and the Cardinals lead 27-6.
Brandon Ward, Luke Damel, Trevor Gooseby on that left side of the line. Just a good job of opening that hole.
And then one guy just dove the wrong way.
Yeah, Luke did a great job from that center position, again, sealing off that defensive tackle.
Touchdown Cardinals. Aiden Pintor on for another PAT. First one going in this direction. His kick is up and good. Melissa leads 28-6. Putting it on the Greenville Lions at homecoming here at Cotton Stadium. We are glad you are joining us. Lots of emails coming in. We'll get to those in a moment. From TA Cotton Ford Stadium in Greenville. Let's see, Hunter Parker checks in, says they're watching in Melissa. Coach Barry Russell and Uncle Buck watching the Melissa Cardinals on the laptop, the Midland Bulldogs versus Odessa on the iPad, and Phillies and Padres on TV. So
sounds like a Trey Graham move to me.
It does. Little different, but similar. Yep. Multiple screens is always a good thing. How many screens do we have going on in here tonight?
Well, I've seen you pack 3 for a ball game.
Yep. So hello, Coach Russell, Senior over there in Midland. Mr. Pintor will put the ball on the tee at his 40-yard line, kicking off with the wind. It's going to bounce and stay in bounds for a little while, go out of bounds. Penalty flag comes out, and the Lions will take over on offense.
Again, the Lions were very lucky there. No urgency to go get the ball. It just happened to take a line bounce and eventually went out of bounds. But with the Cardinals trying to track it down, just never want to let a live ball hit the ground on the kickoff. And they chose to do that, but they survived.
With 8:11 to go in the half, Melissa leading 28-6. And the Lions are choosing to have the Cardinals kick it again. So they will reset and do it all over again. You say, why would you have them re-kick it? Well, the theory is your kickoff coverage unit just sprinted down the field. You're a little bit winded, and maybe you won't be as solid on your tackling the second time. That's how coaches think.
I'm going to flip that too, though. But you've already given up one recovery where you didn't field the ball.
That's true. Coach Darren Duke of the Lions should be coaching them up there about that is a live football when Pintor kicks it off the tee. So we'll do it again, this time from the 35-yard line. You see Micah Finan right there, number 34, next to Pintor. And this one is a deep kick. And it's going to be taken at the 1-yard line, falling down, losing his shoe, coming out of the end zone, out to his 13-yard line, and the Lions lost a bunch of field position. There's the wheel that was lost back there. So that was a 20-plus yard decision.
Yes, sir.
In the minus
in
direction.
In the negative column.
Yep. All right, we have 8:03 to go in the half. Cardinals with a big lead. Their defense comes out on the field as the Lions will take over at their own 13-yard line. Brenda and Michael Tolbert, the grandparents of Jason Cave, are watching from the great state of Alabama. Thank you, Tolbert.
Number 33 is all over the field.
Lots more emails as we get in to the broadcast as well. Snap is back, fake the handoff. Johnson's going to keep it going right and runs into Caleb Otlewski, and there he is, Jason Cave.
Number 33 on the bottom of the pile.
Gain of 5. Lions not in a hurry, down by 3 touchdowns. This is Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal, John Graham, Ross Graham, and all of our friends with Game On Sports. We appreciate the partnership. Second down 5 as they split Jaqueline Davis to the slot left. Hand the ball off up the middle of the field, and it'll be a short gain.
Yep, same tandem as before, Otlewski and Cave on the stop.
I think if you're a coach anywhere, you'll take that duo, right?
Yes, sir, all day long.
Third down, 1.5 yards needed for the Lions to pick up a first down. MCNR at melissaisd.org. Thanks to all the folks letting us know where you are in the world. We'll get to them in a moment. We do play the longest distance of viewer game. See what happens. Third down and short, motion man. Johnson takes the snap, runs quarterback draw, and he'll take it for a first down out to the 24-yard line as we're approaching the midway mark of this second quarter. Melissa with a big lead. There's Nigel Smith, junior D lineman. There's Mr. Johnson, the quarterback for the Lions.
Yeah, good, strong quarterback with size. You would think that he would have kept the ball with just 1.5 yards to gain.
First down and 10, Lions. Johnson, who just ran the football, takes the snap, and he's going to hand this one off, and they're going to go nowhere. There's Nigel Smith. There's Jason Cave. There's Jackson Ford. And Nigel's going to check out on this play.
Ford was the first one there, number 5.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10. Clock rolling. 5.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. You'll get to see the performance of the mighty Cardinal Band at halftime.
We're beating the pace of last week's game by almost an hour.
Hand the ball off on jet sweep going left. Jaqueline Davis is going to pick up about 8 yards for the Lions. And
Dalton Dababney on the stop for the Cardinals. Freshman just got moved up for tonight's game. In on the play.
Cardinal timeout will stop the clock at 5 minutes, 6 seconds to go until halftime. Again, stick around at half. You'll enjoy the performance of the mighty Cardinal Band led by their director, Jerry Wharton. And you'll get to hear the voice of Dr. David King when you do that as well. So we mentioned lots of college football games all around the country. Maybe you have a favorite college team other than the Army Black Knights, of course, but in addition to them, you can email in mcnr@melissaisd.org. Syracuse at Clemson. Checking, just seeing if there's any more interesting games we can talk about. And, Washington at Cal. Arizona State at Stanford State. That would be the Herman Edwards less Arizona State team. On third and short, they're going to run the football, and again, nothing. And Orrin Abel in on that tackle. It's going to bring up fourth down for Coach Duke and the Lions. See if he chooses to punt the football away, down by 3 touchdowns. And he does send out the punt game.
Yeah, good job there by Abel. Also with Alex Secreto securing that tackle. There's Lance Riley on the sideline.
Along with some of our student trainers. This is the first time tonight that Greenville has punted into the wind. Jacob Fields stands back there, giving a little bit too much respect. This is going to be out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That will be a 9-yard punt by the Lions. And the Cardinals will get great field position, leading 28-6. Let's go back to the email chain here, mcnr@melissainst.org. AJ, Clark, Jennifer, Kale, and Reese all watching from the living room in Melissa, Texas. Councilwoman Clark checking in. So we appreciate you being in Greenville and bringing a great broadcast. So thank you to the Clark family. First down and 10, Melissa. Ham fakes the handoff to Bishop Curry. Has time now. He's going to roll to his left, avoid the rush, throw it late, and is caught by Javon Smith, but out of bounds. We'll bring up second down and 10.
Good job by Trevor avoiding that sack. Kept his eyes downfield. Just a half a second, a little bit late on the throw getting out to keep him in bounds.
Second down 10. 4:03 on the clock. Ham will take the handoff and give it to Bishop Curry, who's going to have a first down, showing some nice speed. And he thought he was on top of the player and wasn't down yet, but they're going to call him down at the 28-yard line.
Two big runs there by Bishop. Also two big hits he's taken.
Immediately, they're going to hand the ball off to him, and he does have a nice hold to the right side and pick up 11 yards. And another first down. Spotted at the 18-yard line.
That would have been hauling back and
first down. They're going to hand the ball off again, and this one is to Connor Betts. And he'll pick up 9 as the rushing offense has been strong for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Jake Brown and holding back, opening the hole up.
And there's a nice replay there. Good job tucking the ball away by Betts. They're going to throw this one in the back of the end zone. It will be caught by Maynard, but not in bounds. Showing those great hands, but past the end line. There is Kai Floyd getting a little air time right there. Number 71. Third down and 1 from the 9. And they're going to give it to Betts, and he's going to have a first down and a somersault. They'll spot him at the 7 for a first and goal.
Yeah, both sides of the offensive line just doing a tremendous job opening up holes.
And the revolving running back continues. Bishop Curry in the game. First and goal from the 7.
Let's get Bishop a touchdown.
And they're going to hand him the football, and he'll pick up 3 yards down to the 4. 2.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Favorite of the Cardinals is the pass play to the right side. There's Jackson Ford on that little out route. Easy throw and catch. Touchdown Cardinals, and the big fella gets 6 points. Nice little run route there. Favorite route of tight ends, as I was saying there. Little dip into the inside, easy, and when you're 8 inches taller than the DB, it's really easy.
Good timing there on that route.
And here comes Mr. Pintor for his 5th PAT of the night. This one is up and good. Cardinals lead 35-6. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the half. Trevor Ham is 6 of 12 tonight, passing for 117 yards and 3 touchdowns. Those touchdowns, one by Maynard through the air, one by Smith, comma Javon, and one from Jackson Ford, we just saw. Cardinals also have touchdowns on the ground from Jacob Fields and Josh Nascimento. Five running backs have carried for positive yardage.
All in the first half.
Yes, sir. Jim and Christy Gump emailing in. This is Christy Gump from Auburn, Alabama, watching their daughter swim for Auburn University.
That's tremendous.
Cheering on their favorite Cardinal, Dalton Whitworth. All right, Pintor's been a busy fellow as usual, and he'll kick this one away, kick it deep with the wind into the end zone. Touchback ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Sherry Stevens and Debbie Stevens, grandmother and aunt of Jake Patusek, watching in Kansas tonight. So thank you to the Stevens family, cheering on number 15.
He's on the field right now. Camera on the bottom of your screen. Number 15, Jake, sophomore.
First and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Lions, trailing your Cardinals 35-6. They're going to throw it out to the left side. It's going to be caught on a backwards pass and turn the corner and pick up only about a yard on that catch from Cameron Neal.
Paxton Cox on the coverage.
They'll give him 2 on the reception. Second down, 8. Johnson has a motion man. He's going to fake the jet sweep. Quarterback keeper, and Otluski will chase him down. He'll pick up a gain out to the 33.
Jason Cade with the initial contact.
Spotted at the 32, makes it 3rd down and 3. 90 seconds to go in the half, clock rolling, and the Lions not in a hurry.
Very tough to run against this Cardinals front line in these situations.
Motion man out of the trips. They're going to hand the ball to Neal, and he's not going to get the first down. Cardinals defense might choose to call timeout, and they have called timeout. 1 minute and 5 seconds on the clock. And they have run the clock down even further after the timeout was called. It's now at 1 minute and 1. We'll see if the referee, Kerry Moore, asks him to put some time on the clock.
Hayden Solomon had checked in the game, got in on that play as well with a whole host of Cardinals.
Right now the game clock says 1:01.
This is Melissa's last timeout.
Let's see if they do put a few more seconds back there. Cardinals.
All right, when it's 35, I don't think they're going to be too concerned about
the home team's not going to put more time on the clock. The Cardinals called timeout in order to force Ibarra to punt into the wind here on 4th down and 3.
Just keep your eye on 18.
And they do. It's 1:10 on the clock now. Thank you to the folks to our left in the booth. All right, 1:10, and Ibarra's kicking a low kick into the wind. Is going to get held up by the wind and fair caught by the Cardinals at their own 44-yard line. That was Maynard back to return the punt. So the Cardinals have 1 minute and 4 seconds to try to add to their 35-6 lead. Thank you for emailing in. And thank you for joining us on Friday night here in Greenville, Texas. Late second quarter, 1 minute to go. Cardinals at the minus 45-yard line. Ham fakes the handoff, throws it out to the right side, caught quickly by Casano for a gain of 5 at the midfield stripe. Quickly to the line, 2 receivers left, and Ham's going to hand the ball off to Bishop Curry, who will have a first down, stopping the clock with 55. Well, the clock is not stopped. Now it's at 52.
It's never
51.
stopped for the first down.
Nope, it didn't. Ham's going to fake the throw it deep down the right sideline, intended for Casano, incomplete. And that does stop the clock at 44 seconds.
There's Orrin Abel on the sideline.
Second down and 10. Fake the handoff again. And Ham's going to slide to his left, throw it late into traffic. A jump ball, incomplete pass intended for Maynard. Will make it 3rd and 10. Stopping the clock with 37 seconds.
That's one Carson wished he had back. Got his hands on it, and normally if Carson gets his hands on the ball, it is secured.
3rd down 10, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ham slows him down. And play clock's at 10 as they snap the football. And they hand the ball off to Curry, and he goes nowhere. Loss of 2 yards. It's going to make it 4th and 12. And the Cardinals can just let the clock run out here. See what Coach Matt Nally decides to do. Why not run a 4th down play? 20 seconds on the game clock. Motion man. 17 seconds on the game clock. They snap it. Ham rolls to his left. Now all the way back to his right. Steps up in the pocket. Throws it late to a wide open Maynard. Is going to have a 1st down. He's tackled inbounds. They're going to stop the clock.
No, they're not.
At 23, and they should have stopped the clock.
Yeah, it was 5 seconds when he went down, and
that was a field goal range.
The clock never stopped. Carson should have really went out of bounds in that situation, but that was.
He had a chance to go out of bounds right there and stop the clock. He goes down to inbounds at the 23.
And that ref did stop the clock, but it never stopped running. There was only 5 seconds, and they would have had time maybe to snap it and
had a field goal
and to clock it. Trey maybe with a second left, and then had the field goal attempt.
But alas.
But again, it's 35-6, and so we're not going to get too worked up about that.
Just the mechanics of how you run a game.
Yes.
It is halftime. Your Melissa Cardinals lead the Greenville Lions by a score of 35-6. The mighty Cardinal Band coming out. You'll see their performance in just a moment. We'll get to a lot more emails after the break. MCNR at melissaisd.org. MCNR at melissaisd.org. Coach Nally had a chat with the officials about the clock issues, but now all the Cardinals, as you see, are leaving the field, heading to the visitor locker room with a 35-6 lead. The mighty Cardinal Band, led by Mr. Jerry Wharton, are coming back out. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will see the performance of the Cardinal Band right after this.
Is fantastic. You feel you're involved in every step of the decision-making process. That really makes a big difference to me.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Cadillac or SewellCadillac.com.
We see you, early riser, paying the price, making your move. We see you because we are you. Entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs. As one of the few Texas banks participating in the Main Street Lending Program, Vista Bank is helping small businesses put America back to work. Isn't it time you join the over 1,500 new PPP clients and make your move to a bank that hustles as hard as you do? Vista Bank. People first.
Welcome back to Greenville, Texas. Your Cardinals lead 35-6 at halftime. And now please enjoy the performance of the mighty Cardinal Band.
Swole is fantastic. You feel you're involved in every step of the decision-making process. That really makes a big difference to me.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Cadillac or SewellCadillac.com.
We see you, early riser. Paying the price, making your move. We see you because we are you. Entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs. As one of the few Texas banks participating in the Main Street Lending Program, Vista Bank is helping small businesses put America back to work. Isn't it time you join the over 1,500 new PPP clients and make your move to a bank that hustles as hard as you do? Vista Bank. People first.
Welcome back to Greenville, Texas. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network in partnership with our friends at Game On Sports. We are so glad you are joining us here on Friday nights for Melissa Cardinals varsity football. Your team, the Cardinals, lead the Greenville Lions 35-6. Welcome into our booth. There's John Graham behind us. There's Randy Craman behind us as well. That's Ross Graham over there, Coach Kenny Deal, the former Melissa Cardinals athletic director. And we are glad you are joining us here as the Cardinals have a big lead, 35-6, here in Greenville, Texas. You enjoyed a wonderful performance by the Mighty Cardinal Band, and we're going to let you have a brief chance to enjoy the Greenville Lions Band. So we'll take it back down to the field. Welcome back to Greenville, Texas. It's halftime. Your Melissa Cardinals with a big lead tonight over the Greenville Lions by a score of 35-6. That's stat man Ross Graham, Coach Kenny Deal. John Graham is back here. My name is Trey Graham. It's a great privilege to have you with us on the Melissa Cardinals Network. Coach, offense, defense, all the way around, great half by the Cardinals.
Very clean first half. Trey just jumped out to a quick start. Cardinals took care of business and just want to stay healthy in this second half. I look forward to seeing some players getting some extra playing time tonight that normally do here early in the second half. Look to see Tatum Thompson in the quarterback's position pretty quick in this second half, and just good job by the Cardinals tonight, compared to last week where they came out, took control of the game early.
We enjoy spending these evenings with you. We look forward next Friday. We'll be back home at Melissa Cardinal Stadium for homecoming of the Melissa Cardinals seniors and the rest of the high school students celebrating homecoming next week. The team from Princeton will be in town to take on your Cardinals. As we go back down to the field, the Greenville Lions deferred their choice until the second half, so they will receive the opening kickoff here in the third quarter. There's big Aiden Pintor, number 90 right there. He will put the ball on the tee in just a moment. 12 minutes on the clock. Your score, Melissa 35 and Greenville Lions 6. And it is an honor to spend this evening with you. We do invite you to email us and let us know where you are in the world. mcnr@melissaisd.org.
Trey, in 2004, Melissa opened up Cardinal Stadium with their first varsity game with freshmen and sophomores with a 75-0 victory. So look forward to something similar to that against the Princeton Panthers to shut her down for a district play.
All right, Kenny Deal just called his shot, and there's Aiden Pintor, kicks the ball with the wind into and out of the end zone. Touchback, first down, Lions at their own 25-yard line. Melissa had 14 first downs, 270 yards of total offense in the first half. And Coach, good news, only 2 penalty flags in the first half.
Yes, sir. Big difference. That's why it is 9:09 here as we start the second half. Last week it was past 9:30, I believe, when we finished the first half.
Trevor Ham is 8 of 15 passing for 143 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Cardinals D is out on the field. First down for the Lions from their own 25-yard line. Johnson's going to run quarterback draw out of the shotgun, run into his own man, and then run into Caleb Otlewski to pick up 2 yards. Dalton Whitwer also there on the tackles. Just underway in the third quarter. Glad you were joining us. We'll read some emails as we get into this quarter. Lions not in a hurry, running the clock down as they break the huddle with 11 and a half minutes to go. Second down, 8. Snap back. Johnson is rolling to his right. He's going to lose the football. Otlewski's going to pick it up. And our referee, Mr. Kerry Moore, signals touchdown Cardinals on the defensive side.
Love to see a replay here. Who made the initial contact? I believe that was Nigel Smith.
So with 11:15 to go third quarter, Cardinals get 6 more on the board. They lead 41-6, and big Caleb Otlewski right there with a scoop and score. Then he's going to run over people down there cheering on the sideline.
Coach Majors.
Yeah, Joey Majors not quite as big as Caleb Otlewski is. There is Pintor on. And defensive touchdown for the Cardinals, and the PAT is good, and they lead 42-6. And Marcus Nascimento checks in from Hawaii, Josh's dad. So aloha to the folks in Hawaii.
That might
Here's
be
the
a
replay.
first for us, Trey.
Rolling to his right, Johnson loses the football. That's the second time tonight, and then quick on the draw. Great reaction. Otlewski just picks it up. Here's another one. He just rolls to his right, just drops it.
Watch Caleb say hello to Duke Sparks in the end zone right here. There's the point to Duke.
Yeah. Duke wanted a front row seat for tonight's game, didn't he? There's the rest of the Cardinal fans sitting in the actual bleachers as opposed to sitting on the ends of the right behind the goalpost on the north side. So here comes another kickoff from Aiden Pintor. Cardinals lead 42-6. Kick again with the wind will go out of the back of the end zone, and first down at the 25 coming up for the Lions. Sylvia Sanchez checks in, says, go Cardinals.
Good to hear from you, Sil San. Hope you're doing well.
Speaking of Coach Joey Majors, John and Liz Majors are watching from Arkansas, and Rachel and Josh Majors are watching in Melissa, Texas. Clock rolling, 11 minutes almost remaining third quarter. Quarterback draw from Johnson, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play, and that was Secreto there to take him down.
Alex been very active tonight.
That's Secreto there. He has 5 tackles on the night so far. Second down and 7. And they're going to run quarterback draw again. They're going to make this quarterback run, earn his dinner tonight.
He's a big fellow. Jackson Ford on the stop for the Cardinals.
Spot the ball at the 31. We third down and 4. As the Cardinals D trying to get a stop there. Just had a defensive touchdown by Otluski. And they're going to run quarterback run again. He's going to roll to his right and run into Nigel Smith. And also that's Jason Adenobi on the stop. And it's going to be 4th and long, and punt game comes in for the Greenville Lions and their coach Darren Duke. Coach, as you said, maybe we'll start seeing a bunch of changes on the personnel on the offensive side of the football as we've gone under 10 minutes in the quarter.
Johnson was, looking, Trey looked like he wanted to throw the ball downfield and just didn't get rid of it quick enough there. Just waited way too long.
Ibarra punts into the wind, which has not gone well for him tonight. Carson Maynard picks it up on the bounce, and he's going to return it across the midfield stripe, and the Melissa offense will come out with great field position. There's Nate Hemsley right there trying to
do a little dance,
skip over the chains right there. They tried to chain game, trying to take out Coach Hemsley. Spot the ball at the 49-yard line on the plus side of the field, and Trevor Ham is still in the game at the quarterback spot. He has Bishop Curry next to him in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. There's junior number 6, Ham.
Taylor Thompson's in there as an H-back.
And they're going to fake the short pass and throw it out to the right side, intended for Thompson. Incomplete on the screen, and it's 2nd and 10.
Almost had quarterback-to-quarterback play there.
Ham again at the quarterback spot, and Tatum at the H-back. And they're going to give it to Bishop Curry, who's going to continue to play well. Push it out to the 42 yard line.
Going to be successful when you get to the 2nd level without being touched.
3rd and 3.
Little false start action for the Cardinals. A little anxious.
Referee Mr. Kerry Moore with the signal. Our clock stopped 9:02 to go third quarter.
It's been a clean game so far, penalty-wise.
3rd penalty of the night on the Cardinals. Mr. Moore has to pick up his beanbag for the game to go on. Oh, nope, he's telling the umpire, I got it for you. All right, fake the handoff. Ham has time, throws a wide open receiver, but led Maynard by a little bit too much. And if you're a defensive coordinator against the Cardinals, you probably should cover that guy right there, number 9. Cardinals couldn't connect, and so they will punt the football. with the wind at their back, and Pintor comes on. Cardinals lead big, 42-6. Melissa comes into tonight's game 5-2 overall. And they are 4-0 in the district. Greenville is 2-5, 1-3 in the district. And they punt the football down to the 6-yard line, and they receive it and do not fair catch it. And there's Otluski down there, and there's Patusik down there, and Paxton Cox down there to cover the punt. And nice job by the special teams to pin the Lions deep. They will take over at their own 8-yard line.
It's not getting any easier for the Lions.
Frank Graham, the Cardinals' #1 fan in Fort Worth, checks in, asking if I think we'll have a running clock.
It's a good chance, Frank. If both coaches agree to it, it's good to hear from you. It's a good question.
1st and 10 from the 8. See if Johnson, the quarterback, runs it again, and he does. That's been their whole offense in the first part of this second half, and he'll take a positive gain out to the 16, gain of 8 yards.
Warren Abel, their number 14, came up at the bottom of the pile. Miles O'Neill, number 54, along with Ryan Slayton in the game, number 52.
7:49 to go in the quarter. Here comes a 2nd and 2 play, and they're going to hand the ball off and go nowhere. There was just named Ryder Slayton in on that tackle.
A lot of new faces for the Cardinals in the game, and one thing they need to do is
Hayden Solomon
line up on sides. I believe we lined up off sides. There is a flag down at the 18-yard line. See if he puts his hands on his hips.
Stop the clock at 7:40 to go. It is defensive offsides. And that 5-yard walk-off will give the Lions a new set of downs, spotted at their 21-yard line. And they're going to run the football over the left side and able to turn the corner, pick up positive yardage on the carry. There is Cameron Neal.
Paxton Cox on the stop for the Cardinals.
All right, after the first down, it is a new set of downs for the Lions at their 43-yard line. Ball on the left hash, and motion man faked the handoff, and Johnson, the quarterback, will keep it out to the 49-yard line. Pickup of 6 as we're approaching the halfway mark. 6:45 and counting here, third quarter.
Miles O'Neill on the stop for the Cardinals. Junior linebacker, number 54.
There's Johnson taking the snap and faking it. Quarterback's going to keep it, stumbles, and going to be taken down for a gain of 2 yards on the play. Alex Ruiz and Micah Finan. As you see, lots of Cardinals have checked into the game. The substitutions that we expected. You see Orrin Abel there, number 14. 25 right there is Landon Brando. So the Cardinals are having a chance to get a lot of folks in the game.
Ruiz did a good job coming off his block, strung it out, came off the block and made the stop.
Here's a 3rd and 2. That's Davis who was in motion. Johnson takes the snap, fakes it, runs quarterback keeper, and he's going to have a first down to the Cardinal 46-yard line. 5:40 to go in the third quarter.
There was the freshman in on the play, Dalton DeMabney, number 16.
And that is the Greenville Lions quarterback, Anthony Johnson, who is on the ground.
Along with number 53, Jason Ananobi.
Injury timeout on the field. Our clock stopped at 5:27. Here's a replay coming to show you why Mr. Johnson needed a little attention, but good news, there he is, going off on his own power. But here is that quarterback run play, and there is a big hit right there.
It was more like Johnson hit Dababney on that play. So
he was the receiver on it?
Yes, yeah, the freshman did a good job of surviving that.
All right, after the injury timeout, the Lions will come back on offense. First down at the Cardinal 46. Clock should go under 5 minutes here.
Here's the King under center.
There is the snap and the handoff, and Davis is going to go nowhere.
Ruiz on the stop for the Cardinals. That was Joel Luna quarterbacking for the Lions, who was the homecoming king for the Lions. That's what I meant by that, Trey.
Very good, Coach. Very good.
Actually paid attention to the Greenville homecoming
and
festivities.
It paid off. Look at how you were able to use that information later on in the broadcast.
You just got to be prepared.
That's professional right there. Homecoming king at quarterback. All right, second down and 10. 2 receivers left. And Luna is going to run quarterback draw himself and get tagged by Micah Finan.
When you're listed as a wide receiver, defensive back, it's not a good thing for your team when you're under center.
Yes, but it's always good to have the king in the house. And Mr. Johnson, good news for Lions fans, is checking back in the game at the quarterback spot. Third down and 9. Under 4 minutes remaining third quarter. Johnson looks to his left, throws it to an open receiver on a little curl route, makes a nice move, and he's going to have a first down. Connor Betts playing defense there, gets in on the tackle.
Good job by Johnson coming back off the bench, and then he wanted to really throw the ball off to the flat. That got covered up, and he looked for a secondary receiver. Was able to pick up the first down. It's probably their most successful pass play of the night.
Spotted at the Cardinal 25. First down for the Lions, trailing 42-6. Motion man, Johnson's going to give it on the jet sweep to Davis, and he'll pick up about 2 yards on the carry. That was a nonchalant kind of run there. Dalton Dababney's been active. He was in on that, pushing him out of bounds.
Yep. Jacob Nye's back into the game.
Clock hitting 3 minutes to go, third quarter. So to answer Frank Graham's question, if the officials and the coaches haven't agreed to a running clock, it appears that the clock operator has agreed.
He pretty much showed that off in the last minute of the first
to a running
half.
Clock, yes. Second down and 8, and they're going to hand the ball going right, and that is Neal on the carry.
Good job.
And there's Dababney, and that's Betts again.
Yeah, Betts. That's a good play by Betts. Really fought through that block, got him down low, dropped down low, and got him by the leg off that block. Limit that to a short game. He's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Matt Major checks in, telling us to watch out for future Cardinal Jonathan Major, sophomore, looking forward to contributing on Friday nights. Thank you to Matt Major for checking in. Johnson's going to throw it another seam route, and that one's caught. Nice throw and catch there. Cameron Neal, the receiver, first down Lions.
Dababney on the stop. Ron Fortner checks in, says go Cardinals.
Hello, Mr. Fortner. First and goal Lions, 100 seconds to go third quarter. Place the ball at the 9-yard line. The big fella, number 13, Johnson, still in the game at quarterback. And he's going to hand it to the much smaller running back. That's Jaden Johnson on the carry. Handed him the ball was Anthony Johnson, giving it to Jaden Johnson. And they'll spot it at the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Ananobi on the stop again for the Cardinals.
come to the line of scrimmage as we just are under a minute left. Trips right on 2nd and goal from the 4. Johnson, and Johnson's going to run it behind Johnson, and he'll push the pile down to the 1-yard line. That was the big Johnson running behind the smaller Johnson, the bigger man, number 13 right there.
Miles O'Neal on the play. Good job by the Cardinals, actually, their secondary coming in there at the end to push that pile back as it became kind of a tug-of-war trying to get in the end zone.
3rd and goal from the 2. Trips left, and they give it to the smaller Mr. Johnson, and he goes in for the touchdown. And it's 42-12 now, your Cardinals lead. Clock stopped with 13 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. And at the end of the quarter, we'll have a special feature. Maybe you saw it earlier in the broadcast. And after this PAT, we'll check some scores of the games going on around the district. High snap, the kick is up, and it is good. And Cardinals lead 42-13 here in District 7. Also in our district, Denison leads Princeton 46-12, middle 3rd quarter. Crandall leads Terrell 22-15, middle of the 3rd quarter. And Lovejoy over the Poteet Pirates, middle 3rd quarter, 63-0. Lovejoy over
63-0?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How many times have I said the district championship showdown coming in a few weeks? Because the 2 favorites are both having big wins so far tonight.
So a battle between the Fannin County Tigers versus the Collin County Tigers. That'd be Leonard and Blue Ridge, 7-6 in a barn burner
really?
At the end of the 3rd quarter.
Wow.
That's probably for the 4th place district playoff spot, possibly.
Leonard and Blue Ridge. All you who wanted the update, there it is. Brought to you by the most distinguished graduate in history, Leonard High School.
Sent to me from a Blue Ridge Tiger.
Okay. All right, with 13 seconds left on the 3rd quarter clock, here comes the Lions. Kickoff into the wind. A wobbly kick picked up at the 18-yard line by Javon Smith. Coming left, there's the Mr. Johnson who scored the touchdown, who missed that tackle. And then Javon is finally taken down at the 25-yard line with 2 seconds on the game clock. We do invite you and your family to First Melissa this Sunday morning. Whether you're a Greenville Lion fan or a Melissa Cardinal fan or an Anna Coyote fan or wherever you happen to live, join us at First Melissa Sunday mornings in person, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Go to firstmelissa.com.
So did you stop by last week and did you eat any Jeremiah's?
I did not attend the 5th quarter event that Tyler Norman and the First Melissa Student Ministry put on. Tatum Thompson has checked into the game. They'll hand the ball off as the quarter comes to an end. And that is Betts on the carry. And it was a great event at the 5th quarter. Tyler Norman reports that First Melissa Student Ministry had a great event.
Awesome.
I just wasn't there. So the 3rd quarter has come to an end. We have 1 stanza remaining. Melissa leads the Greenville Lions 42-13. We want to take you back to the studio to hear and watch this great spot produced by the Melissa Cardinals High School AV team. Welcome back to the Melissa Cardinals Network as we resume play here in the 4th quarter. Your Cardinals lead 42-13. That's Ross Graham, Coach Kenny Deal, and they're going to hand the ball to Betts on the first play of the quarter, and he's going to take it, show some speed. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Cardinals, touchdown Connor Betts, 72 yards to the house.
Yeah, no flags in the play, so that's going to stand. Connor showed good speed there. If we see the replay of this, you're going to see the right side of the offensive line did a tremendous job of opening up a huge hole for him. That's the way that open up a quarter.
And the ball to your backup running back, who takes it 72 yards to the house. Maynard is the holder. Pintor is the kicker, and it is up and good, and 49-13. Your Cardinals lead just underway here in the final stanza.
Connor's
watching the Melissa Cardinals Network.
Connor's a junior. Getting quite a bit of playing time in that running back position tonight. Listed as a defensive back.
With a 72-yard touchdown run.
Yes,
here it is.
there it is.
Gets a good seal block there, and then cuts it up, and it's just speed.
That was Hudson Zufelt that sealed off that edge to spring him.
There's Tyler Montgomery down there to cheer him on.
Hudson's a sophomore.
Good speed there by Connor Betts. Tuck it away, run fast, score touchdown. There's a joint cheerleader performance. The Greenville cheerleaders and the Cardinals on a joint operation. That's a military term. I'm not sure what the cheerleading term is. There is a short kick, fair caught down the right sideline. And that was DeJuan Kennedy who caught the football. Joint operation, we'll just go with that one, Coach. With 11:46 to go in the ball game. Cardinals lead 49-13. About to put a 6 in the win column. Started the season 0-2, tough losses to Argyle and China Spring. And now they're about to win their 6th game in a row. You're welcome to let us know where you're listening. We still have a lot more to read, but there's the address, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. 1st and 10 Lions from their own 29-yard line. And Johnson still in the game at quarterback, rolls to his right, throws it late into traffic, and it's going to be caught there by Davis, who's going to show some good speed and make a man miss, gets a block downfield, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. So the Cardinals score from 72 yards and the Lions score from 71.
Yes, sir. That gives this homecoming crowd something to cheer about, get excited about. Contested play there. Just didn't get him on the ground.
Have an injury timeout on the field, stopping the clock 11:28 in what has been an exciting early 4th quarter.
That is a Cardinal down. It looks like it's a cramping situation. He is up, heading back to the sidelines.
So after the field is clear, now we'll set up for the PAT of the Lions. Ibarra to kick the PAT. Diego Martinez the holder. The kick is up and good. And as you said, the homecoming fans, there's Bruce Park down there. Homecoming fans with something to cheer about here. 49-20, Cardinals with the lead. So let's read some more emails from the Cardinal fans around the world. We've got Coach. Here's, before we get there, there's the touchdown. The catch made by Jaqueline Davis. Gets a good downfield block there by his mates, and nice effort at the pylon by Miles O'Neill, but he did get the pylon, which counts as a touchdown. Coach Brad Crawford and Dr. Debbie Crawford check in. Enjoying the game and the commentary. Go Cardinals. 11:28 to go. Brandon and Carissa check in. Watching at home, saying go Cardinals. Sal Dababney checks in. And we'll get to some more in a moment. Ibarra, who just made the PAT, will kick the ball off with the wind, and this one's going to go into the end zone. Touchback, Cardinals coming out.
I hope Sal is watching this. His son has made his freshman debut on varsity. It's an exciting night.
Ron and Janet check in from California, came to Texas to watch football. Grandparents to Rocky and Lincoln Dunn. And on this first play, Tatum Thompson is in the game at the quarterback spot. And the Cardinals are going to run the football and lose about 2 yards on that carry.
Looking forward to Lincoln getting healthy. He's missed the last 2 weeks with an ankle injury. And Rocky's done a tremendous job on the JV.
This handoff is going to be taken by Bishop Curry. And he's had a nice game. Push it out to the 33-yard line. 3rd and 2 coming up. So thank you to Ron and Janet, the grandparents of Rocky and Lincoln. Here's a 3rd down and 2 play. Thompson will give it to Curry. He's going to have a first down out to the 37-yard line. Jim and Gwen Benson, who were in Texas last week, are back up in the state of Washington watching the game. Grandparents to 2 Cardinals coaches, Ryan Hamilton and Casey Hamilton.
Yep, they were just on the air a few minutes ago, so they got to see one of their grandsons.
Here's a 1st and 10 play, and Bishop Curry's getting a lot of action right now. He'll push it for a gain of 5. Well, we're going to give him 4 right there. Spotted at the 31. Chris and Amy Tyner check in as well. Lots of emails coming in. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for letting us know you're cheering on the Cardinals. We have 9:45 to go in the ball game. Melissa leads 49-20. Second down, 7, and fake the handoff, and Thompson will lose a yard. Back to the 40-yard line, makes it 3rd and 7. Third down, 7, clock rolling, approaching 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Tatum Thompson, the second quarterback in the game, is going to fake the handoff, throw it out to the right side. A diving attempt and a catch made there by sophomore Tyler Montgomery, who hustles over to the umpire to give him the football, and it's a first down Cardinals.
It's a good wrap by Tyler. He had to come back for the ball, made that diving catch, so the sophomore got pulled up today as well from the JV.
First down from the 49, and give it to Betts, who had the long touchdown run on the last drive, and he'll lose a half a yard. Christy Golden checks in and says, great night for football, go Cardinals.
It's good to hear from you, Christy. Hope you're doing well.
8-18 in the game. And fake it to Curry. Thompson will take it straight ahead to the 41-yard line, and a first down for the Cardinals. Checked in on the O-line. We've got Grayson Spann in there at a tackle spot. We got Logan Demore at a tackle spot. You got Carson Surrett in there. A.J. Cole in the game. So lots of players getting action in this drive. Hudson Zufelt is at the tight end spot. And again, fake the handoff. Thompson will keep it going straight forward. Jacob Wasserman in there, double nickel right there.
Center position, Jacob.
55.
Loss.
7:20 and counting. Coach, you should begin your deliberations for offensive and defensive players of the game. Here comes second down and 9. And Thompson fakes the handoff, rolls to his left. Pump fake, throws it late. It's going to be caught and saying he stepped out of bounds. That is sophomore Hudson Zufelt on the catch.
He was a whisker maybe away from having his first touchdown as a varsity player.
We do have a flag on the play. Here's the replay to see indeed if he stepped out. Here rolling to his left is Thompson, throws it, and looks like it does indeed step out, but we have a flag marched off against the Cardinals. So wipe out that Zufeld catch. It never even happened, unfortunately. And now our big umpire is going to take a long walk. And spot it at the 44-yard line. Second down and 13. 7 minutes to go in the game. Number 11, Thompson right there, takes the snap and gives the handoff to Curry going right. And he's going to pick up a nice gain behind the Grayson Spann block. He'll be spotted at the 36-yard line, 3rd and 5. There's the Curry block, Curry run that is, behind the Spann block. 6:40 and counting in the ball game. Jackson Ford's aunt and uncle Scott and Jill Ford are watching the game from the state of Utah tonight. So we've got Alabama and Hawaii and Kansas and Utah and Washington all over the great United States. We have a timeout on the field called by the Cardinals. 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Coach, as you're deliberating, you're talking about who might be the offensive and defensive players of the game. While you deliberate, let's watch this feature.
I think more than anything is he wants to. He wants to be good, no matter where we put him. And not just that, he's just so athletic, but he's so intelligent.
He's done a great job at every position. So everything we've asked him to do, he's pretty much stepped up and answered the call in every situation.
To me, he's the best defensive back in North Texas.
The other people I'm playing with, they play a huge role in that. Like, if I don't have corners making the right moves, making the right decisions while I'm in the back end, then I can't do my job.
When it comes to offense, he is such a dynamic kid, but he's that kid when we need a spark. When the ball's in his hand, he just really, really has a knack to score. We try to make sure, with our offensive scheme that he's touching it 5, 6, 10 times a game.
He really leads by example. He's been working on being more of a vocal guy this year, but just in practice, he's always been one of the hardest workers since he came here last year.
I play a lot of snaps and I'm tired most of the time, but I got to suck it up and I love making big plays.
You saw that feature about Jacob Fields as we resume play after the timeout. We've got to change at quarterback. Orrin Abel is in the game at quarterback. He hands that ball to Bishop Curry going left, and it's going to bring up 4th down for the Cardinals. Exactly 6 minutes gone by, halfway through the 4th quarter. Cardinals lead 49-20, and they will be going for it here on 4th and 6. There's number 14, Orrin Abel, in the game, and he's going to fake the handoff and throw his first pass of the night. If he can get it off, and he does throw it late, and it's going to be caught late.
Good job by Jacob Nye to come back for that ball, make a diving catch, and looks like he might not have gotten the best spots in the world.
They're going to mark him short, and the ball will go over on downs, but here's a good effort by Abel and Nye. There's the pass with your jersey being pulled.
So he caught that right around the 30 in the air.
So the forward progress spot.
With a horse collar, face mask action going on there on Abel. Still able to get the ball out. And I don't know how many actually repetitions that Orrin gets during the week. as well. So good job there.
All right, ball goes over on downs. Lions take over, 5.5 minutes on the clock. Cardinals with a big lead, first down, and Johnson still in the game. He's going to throw it to a wide open receiver and overthrow his intended man, Cameron Neal, who had a touchdown catch earlier in the game. And Cardinals defense gets a break there with that.
Yeah, that's on the
complete pass.
Tomorrow when they're watching film, that'd be one that he doesn't want to see reeled back there, as he missed a pretty wide open receiver for a touchdown.
Kai Floyd's at the D-line. Ezekiel Stevens is in the game at the D-line as the substitutions continue. Here's 2nd and 10, and they'll give the handoff to the big fella. That is Justin Fisher, big senior running back, and he'll gain 10 and a first down.
Zufelt on the stop for the Cardinals, sophomore.
Jacob Nyes at a cornerback spot. Paxton Cox at a safety spot. Connor Betts, who has a touchdown on offense, playing linebacker. Micah Finan next to him.
Kai Floyd's in the game. Right side defensive end.
Miles O'Neill's at the middle linebacker spot. Here comes 1st and 10 for the Lions. There you see it, 4:40 to go in the game. And they're going to hand the ball off and pick up about 3 on that carry. Ronnie and Nolan Havens check in. They say go Cardinals. That's Ronnie Havens of the Melissa 6th grade center.
Does a great job over there.
We have 2nd down 7 coming up. You are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. Trey Graham and Coach Kenny Deal joining you here from Greenville. Here's 2nd and 7. And quarterback Johnson is going to pull the ball down and make a man miss and pick up a positive gain for the Lions.
Zufelt again on the stop.
And a first down Greenville at the Cardinal 47-yard line. Big score of another local game, Coach. Final score, Aledo 35, Denton Ryan 21. Aledo has a 110-game district winning streak.
Longest in the state of Texas.
For the last 15 years, they have not lost a district game.
That's
110 in a row.
That's rarefied air.
All right, the short gain there by the Lions brings up 2nd and 9, 3 minutes, 10 seconds in the game. The Tyrells check in. They say, let's go Cardinals. And Johnson drops back to throw the football on 2nd down. Now he pulls it down, tucks it away. Micah Finan in there to bring him down along with Miles O'Neill. Also, Wad Basel on the tackle.
Yeah, and this group's doing a good job putting pressure, forcing him out of the pocket, not able to throw the ball down deep.
2.5 minutes left in the ball game. Cardinals with a big lead, and lots of players getting on the field right now for your Cardinals. The whole roster's getting to play tonight. Johnson has the snap. He's going to pull it down again, run the football, and there is Zufelt and O'Neal, but it's a first down run for the Lions.
Yeah, Zufelt did an excellent job by taking on the quarterback there. Did not back down, giving up quite a bit of size, very aggressively hit him on that play.
First down from the 35 of the Cardinals. 2 minutes left in the game. Anthony Johnson stands in the pocket, throws it into traffic, and it's going to be tipped away there. Good job on the defensive side.
Yeah, Jacob Nye made the play on the ball. Paxton Cox also, Paxton was on the coverage. And then Jacob came over the top and I believe got his hand on the ball. Paxton's going to need some help out there on the field.
Randy Holland checks in on the email. Says a shout out to all the athletic trainers. supporting the Melissa Cardinals. So thank you to Randy Holland from Melissa, Texas, and their couch for checking in. And
they do a tremendous
way
job
to go, trainers.
all across the district. Our trainers do for every sport. Do it with a smile on their face.
Well, it's been a while, but finally Kirk Jack does check in. Says, good evening. I'm out with my wife. We're watching the game from downtown McKinney. Go Cardinals. Rolling to his right, throwing to his right on 2nd and 10. It's a short gain. And the catch was made by Neal right there, number 9.
Give Hudson Zuthoff credit for another stop.
Mr. Jack says, go Cardinals. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Pastor, and Boomer Singer.
Thanks for checking in. Got his quarterback back last week and put some points on the board against Kansas.
Becomes a 3rd down and 6 play with 1:15 on the clock. And they're going to fake the handoff. The quarterback's going to roll to his right, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
That's Abel and Onanobi again putting pressure on Johnson.
Our journey around America continues. The Mallorys are in South Dakota checking in tonight. We're going to have to get a map with those little pins.
I spent a week in Custer, South Dakota this summer, Trey. It's just beautiful, beautiful country.
Yeah. 4th and 7. Lions going for it with 70 seconds. Anthony Johnson rolls to his right, steps up, throws it into the end zone, and it's going to be a grab for a Lion touchdown.
That's a great pass. Put it right on the money. Good concentration by the receiver. Under double coverage, so well covered.
Cameron Neal, number 9 right there, his 2nd touchdown catch of the night for the Lions. And Cardinals have dominated this game, but the Lions have not laid down tonight.
No, they came out in the second half, put points on the board, and made some good individual plays. The quarterback, probably late, game time decision on starting. He's done a good job tonight.
And Ibarra for the PAT. It is up and good. And with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining, the Cardinals lead 49-27. Here is a replay. There's Johnson rolling to his left, setting his feet, throwing it into the end zone. And Neal with the grab in traffic. The coverage there by Patusik. Here's one more look. Throwing it into the air on 4th down. Hoping for a good thing to happen on the other end, and thanks to Cameron Neal, it does for the Lions. Well done on the camera work by our student camera operators. Well done.
Awesome work, gentlemen.
1 minute and 2 seconds to go in the game. And, Coach, we have a nomination, if you're taking nominations for player of the game.
Well, let's hear it. My mind was pretty much made up before the half, but let's see what they got there.
Well, there's the Paxton Cox fan club checking in.
Awesome. Very good.
So we'll see what your final choice is here in a moment. 49-27, Cardinals with the lead. We will be back home next Friday. We look forward to joining you as the Princeton Panthers come to town for Melissa Cardinals homecoming night next Friday.
Who did that come from?
Their last name is not Cox, I'll just tell you that much. All right, now Ibarra with the...
I was just wondering if that was grandpa or grandmother.
Was not a relation.
All right, I just wanted to say hi if that was the case.
A line drive kick will go to the end zone, touch back. So we'll welcome you back in here to our booth. There's Coach Steele standing up. He's been pacing around all night. There's Ross Graham. He's standing up as well.
I'm just not sitting on a box so I can see out of this over the monitor. And
Coach, when you build a new stadium, do me a favor. Build your tabletop in proportion to your chair height.
You'll be fine.
Because
I will order
we've got the junior kiddie chair and the senior shack level booth tabletop here. So
we'll have some adjustable chairs,
we
Trey, I
appreciate
promise
that
you.
Because the little the first grader chairs and the shack level tabletop here. That's what we got in Greenville. All right, first down and 10, and the Cardinals are just going to put a knee on the ground. They'll probably have to do that one more time. That's Orrin Abel on the knee down. We have Doug Zatto checking in, and you can see him at the Dugout Sports Grill on Monday nights, 5:30 p.m. when we film the Cardinals Scoreboard Show. Join us for dinner on Monday nights at the Dugout. All right, Coach, as the clock is rolling down, our offensive MVP will be
Trey on the offensive side of the ball. I've done this to you once before, and I don't know how well it went, but I want to recognize the entire starting offensive line tonight. Those boys did a great job in opening up for the running game as we cycled through running backs all night long. They had good push, stayed on their blocks, and did a great job. It's kind of hard just to single one of them out. So just give that to the offensive line. And then on the defensive side is going to be senior linebacker number 44, Alex Secreto.
Alex Secreto. Congratulations for being our defensive player of the game. And the entire line, Coach just giving away awards all night long. All 5 of those gentlemen will be considered the offensive players of the game. And I hope the dugout has some food if all 5 offensive linemen are coming.
Duck can take care of that.
Trevor Gooseby, Brandon Ward, Luke Damel, Owen Hollenbach, and Jake Brown. Congratulations for being the offensive players of the game. Your final score is Melissa 49 and 27 for the Greenville Lions. And some good news. Lots and lots of Cardinals got to play. Just about everybody on the roster got in the game. And it's another big win for your Cardinals. That's 6 in a row. They are 6-2 in the district, or overall. They are now 5-0 in the district, undefeated, continuing. So before we check out for the evening, we will check the scores of the other games in our district just to see what the other folks in District 7 are doing. And we'll remind you to visit our church website right there, firstmelissa.com. Our church home would love to see you on Sunday morning, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Go to that website right there, firstmelissa.com, to find out more. As we check the scores of the other games, after 3 quarters of play, Lovejoy leads Mesquite Poteet 63-3. So Lovejoy's going to stay undefeated in the district along with your Cardinals. Denison, that scored 44 on the Cardinals last week, they've put up 60 against Princeton tonight in 3 quarters.
See, I think 75-0's in play to have bookends on Cardinal Stadium.
See what we can do about that next week when Princeton Panthers come to town. And halfway through the 4th quarter, Crandall and Terrell fighting for playoff spots. They're tied at 29. Our final score here, Melissa 49 and Greenville 27. You have enjoyed a great win. Cardinals 6-2 on the year. Greenville Lions fall to 2-6, 1-4 in the district. We are going to let you see some great highlights from tonight's game before we check out of here. Trevor Ham with a great throw there on the touchdown pass to Javon Smith. Cusano there to pick him up. And here comes another Trevor Ham touchdown pass. This one to the back of the end zone. Carson Maynard with a good hands, keeping his feet in bounds. And there's Javon to be the cheerleader. Here is Nascimento with a touchdown run. Giving the ball to the official there. And there's Cusano coming to cheer that one on. Here's a big defensive play right there by Secreto, our defensive player of the game. Jason Cave was there as well. And the screen pass set up to Javon Smith, gets a great downfield block by several Cardinals, showing good speed down the left sideline. Now is another defensive highlight. Well, that's not so much a highlight if you're a Cardinal fan, because that's Neal's touchdown run for the Lions. And here comes the touchdown run by Jacob Fields, pretty much untouched, going into the north end zone. Feverham now takes the handoff. Same play
Just
there.
see that good seal block by
Yep.
number 50 there for the Cardinals. That's Luke Damel from the center position.
And here's Bishop Curry with a touchdown run. Well, a tough run, I should say. Didn't get that one into the end zone. So that's the end of our highlights. If you see the Cardinals out there in the huddle with a little speech by Coach Matt Nally and a post-game prayer. And so it's been a big win for your Cardinals, 6 in a row. Cardinals on a win streak. We do invite you to First Melissa this Sunday, and we invite you to be by the channel next Friday as the Princeton Panthers come to town for homecoming. 7:30 pregame show, 7:30 kickoff, the last regular season home game at Melissa Cardinal Stadium. It's your final score, Melissa 49, Greenville 27 for John Graham and Ross Graham and Coach Kenny Deal. This is Trey Graham saying good night from Greenville.